2. The Phillies went deep 4 times as they got past the Reds in Cincinnati 7-5. The Nationals got 11 hits overall as they pushed past the Dodgers at Chavez Ravine 3-1. The Chicago Cubs knocked out 10 hits as a team as they got the win in extra innings over the Cardinals 7-4. The Colorado Rockies got a road win against Arizona 4-1. The Giants got 12 hits in this one as they grabbed a victory over the Padres at Petco Park 7-4. The Toronto Blue Jays combined to give up just 5 hits as they grabbed the win against the visiting Royals 2-1. The Pirates beat the O's in Baltimore 4-2. The Chicago White Sox grabbed the win over the visiting Twins 6-4. The Cleveland Indians swatted 4 home runs in this one as they defeated the Rays in extra innings 7-6. The Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim amassed 14 hits in the game as they cruised to the win against the Tigers 9-3. The Oakland Athletics hit 3 long balls as they pummeled the Yankees 9-2. They are on a roll with 8 straight victories. The Red Sox allowed only 5 hits as a staff as they bested the Mariners in Safeco Field 5-3. The Houston Astros knocked out 12 hits as a team as they got the win in a laugher against the Rangers 9-3. And that's the show for today. Once again, have a very happy Easter, everyone.
Afternoon baseball here on the show. Today we've got a good matchup ahead between the New York Mets. Brett Anderson, a Texas-born left-hander, gets the starting nod. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, we're going to get a chance to look at a guy that is a little bit up and down throughout points of his career. A career ERA just over 4. When he's good, he can be really good. And when he's bad, well, let's just say he can be pretty bad at times. But it'll be interesting to see which one we see. He's a little bit of Jekyll and Hyde. Hopefully he's going to be a little bit more Jekyll than Hyde in this one here today.
And a fastball swung on and missed, and the leadoff man is gone to open up the ball game. Here's Robbie Cano now, hitting .500 in the series so far, 4 for 8. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Oh, what a pitch to start the at-bat there. It's 0-1. Dan, D-Row, these Brewers, as they begin play here this afternoon, they come into this one in need of some kind of spark to turn them around as they find themselves in the midst of a 5-game slide. Cano is unlike many of today's hitters in the sense that he doesn't have a lot of swing and miss in his approach at the plate. More often than not, he gets contact, and I'm sure that makes him a frustrating hitter to face from a pitcher's standpoint.
You know, he takes his chances when he has count leverage. Without question, 1-0, 2-0, you'll see this guy try and get nasty a little bit, but he stays within himself. He knows what his strengths are, and he tries to drive the ball right back where it came from.
Now here's the pitch. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. Now a bit of a hanger, but it's laid off and called a strike. Three and one now as that misses down and in.
This is a good at-bat so far here with 2 away. If you're going to go down 1, 2, 3, at least make the guy work for it. He's doing that, and he's even gotten himself into a good hitter's count now.
And we'll have the first base runner of the ball game here as that misses, and it's a 2-out walk.
The first baseman.
So a runner at first here with 2 gone in the inning. And up steps the power bat of Pete Alonso. From the belt, the pitch. There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. Garcia looks up. Gone! It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left. Home run number 9 on the year as the Mets are out in front now, 2-0.
I know hindsight's 20/20, but you can't throw that pitch to that guy. Don't forget, he homered yesterday, so you know he's locked in and ready to roll up there. We'll see if he learns from that mistake.
Here's the left fielder, Yoenis Cespedes. As he'll take a look at a sinker here, too low for ball 1. He comes in after a day of rest yesterday, so we'll see if it did him any good. Now it's 2-0.
Hey, you want to talk about being in a zone? This guy's been raking lately, and it all starts with his pitch selection. 2 great takes, and he's almost daring the pitcher just go ahead and challenge him.
3-0 now.
Now with the bases empty, I think he needs to be careful not to just groove one here just because it's 3-0. He's a guy.
Now this one is blasted to left field, and there's no doubt about it. Back-to-back jacks. A solo home run here off the bat of Yoenis Cespedes. Home run number 5 on the year, and the Mets have taken a 3-0 lead.
Well, it's very early, but he's looked out of sorts from the beginning. They've already roughed him up for 2 homers, and they're not done yet. We'll see if he can regroup or he blows up. Could go either way at this point.
Here's the catcher, Wilson Ramos.
The catcher, number 40.
As he'll take a look at a strike on the outside corner, it's 0-1. And he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season. sent in the air out to straightaway central. Kane is under it, and that ends the inning. So 2 home runs in the inning lead to 3 runs on the scoreboard. On Jacob deGrom gets handed the ball for the 4th and final game of the series. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Jacob deGrom is just a solid pitcher. He's not overpowering in any sense with any of his 3 pitches. Good sinking fastball, 93 to 96, great slider, and a really good changeup. What makes him so good? He'll throw all 3 of his pitches at any time.
Fouled away. Sent foul again, and after being way ahead, now it's even at 2-2. Now here's the pitch. Takes this the other way to right, and that's a base hit, so the pressure's on to open up the inning.
Batting second, the shortstop.
Here's Brock Holt now, as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike 1. In previous duels with deGrom, he's gone 2 for 6. He also has 1 home run.
He's got to find a way to set his sights down, but if I'm the pitcher, I continue to climb that ladder until he makes an adjustment.
Fastball got him looking, as that had 2-seam action on it, 1 gone.
If you've got a good fastball going and they're not handling, keep throwing it. Right there, 3 fastballs in a row. He gone.
In is Christian Yelich, and he comes into this one having hit safely in his last 5 games. And there's a fastball well off the plate inside. And a breaking ball falls in there for a strike. It's 1-1. Comes set. Now the pitch. And a slider gets away from him here as it just about got him in the ankle. Popped him up. Davis waits on it. 2 down.
Batting 4th, the second baseman.
So it's a runner at first with 2 gone. And in at the plate steps Keston Hiura. Now the fastball is swung on and missed. Kane is off at first with 2 away. Pulls this one in the air out to left. After it is Cespedes. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. Milwaukee leaves 1. J.D. Davis the next to bat, batting .300 for the series, 3 for 10.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
1-0 the count. Two-0 now.
Yeah, he just isn't that sharp on the mound right now. Had a rough start in the first inning, and now he's falling behind out of the gate here in the second. Some adjustments need to be made, and fast.
Line towards center field. Kane is there, and he has it for the first out.
Batting 8th, the shortstop, Ahmed Rosario.
So 1 away here with the bases empty, and up next will be the shortstop, Ahmed Rosario. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Hey. Hit on the ground out to short. And a base hit into left field, so they've got themselves a 1-out base runner.
Hey, guys, he was obviously trying to bury that slider down and in. Nice execution by the batter right there, keeping his hands inside and fighting it off for a nice base hit.
So now to the plate, Jacob deGrom. As he runs up to bunt but can't make contact. That's strike 1. Misses the bunt attempt, and we'll see what's up now on 0-2.
That's not great form right there, but you can't be surprised. A lot of these guys were not asked to bunt coming up through the minor leagues, so don't expect every sack bunt to get down.
So we got him looking there. Jacob deGrom goes down for out number 2 in the top half.
Brandon.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Swing and a miss on the slider. 0-1. Runners on the move for second. Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. Saws him off here as this ball's popped into the air, and he'll avoid the fragments out there to make the catch. Now at the plate, Omar Narvaez. It was a 2-hit effort for him, including a home run in last night's game.
Hey, we're still in the...
A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And this one is gone. A home run.
Hey, that's the price you pay right there when you try and sneak a fastball past this guy. Power hitter, and every power hitter in the league knows you got to start with the numero uno, number 1, man. You got to get on the heater and adjust to everything else, and he did just that.
The windup and the 0-1. There's a fastball well off the plate for a ball. Good change of speeds, but he lays off 2-1. Sent out to straightaway center field. Nimmo is right there, 1 down.
Batting seventh, the third baseman.
Into the box, Eric Sogard. 1 run in and 1 gone so far this inning. In there, and it's 0-1. deGrom has both great strikeout stuff and exceptional command on the mound to go with it. A rare combination, but one that makes him one of the best in our sport.
Matty V, you talked about it. He doesn't walk a whole lot of guys. Well, if you don't walk a lot of guys, that means you have to throw the ball in the strike zone. And when you do, with great stuff like this guy has, he racks up the strikeouts. There aren't a lot of guys that get strikeouts by throwing the ball in the strike zone. This is one of the few that does it.
Throw on to first, 2 gone.
Batting eighth,
ready now, Justin Smoke. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike 1.
0-1.
2 out, nobody on. Pulled high in the air out to right field. Conforto will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. Back with Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, Matt Vasgersian, as it'll be Robbie Cano settling in to start out the inning. Out in front of it, strike 1. And this is popped up. Back behind second. Sogard backs up a bit, and he takes charge for the first out. Now at the plate, Michael Conforto. Only 1 hit in 11 at-bats for the series so far. And he gets a piece of it here, but it's chopped foul. Conforto, a native of Washington, the Evergreen State. He was a first-round pick during the 2014 draft.
Yeah, Matty, they certainly got it right when they drafted this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar. Everybody knows this guy's name, and kids are buying his jerseys.
Now a swing and a miss here as he's down on strikes. So it's 2 up, 2 down to begin the third. Now batting, Pete Alonso. He hit a 2-run jack in his first at-bat.
Alonso.
Off the plate and away there. 1 ball, no strikes.
Well, that's a nasty breaking ball right there. Backdoor slider, just missed the corner. As they say, that's a Hall of Fame pitch.
And he just misses inside with the fastball there. Outside, 3-0 now.
I'd be shocked if this wasn't a 4-pitch walk right here. He doesn't want to mess around and leave something over the heart of the plate and get beat in this situation.
That one's in there, 3-1. Line drive to left. Garcia is going to have room out there as he puts. Digging in, Brett Anderson, as we move on to the bottom of inning number 3. And a check swing here, but he clearly went around on a pitch that would have been a strike anyway. It's 0-1. Right there, and it's quickly 0-2 now. 0-2 count, and the pitch. Hit on the ground toward the left. Davis brings it in. Throw to first is in time for the first out. So 1 away in the inning now, and before we get too much further, let's take a look at where the Mets find themselves in the race for the National League East. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Now a big fastball, and he's well behind it with the swing. Kane, a native of Georgia. He was a 17th round pick back in the 2004 first-year player draft.
Man, coming out of the late rounds, you have to grind for everything. Nothing is given to you. And this guy has turned himself into a very solid big league ball player. That's a big accomplishment.
The bouncer to the left side. Throw in time at first for out number 2.
Now batting.
Striding in, Brock Holt, 0 for 1 here in the early going. And the pitch. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1. Pulled toward right center field. Right fielder is on the run. But he can't get there, and it bounces over the wall. It's a ground rule double.
Hey, there's a hard hit ball that was going to be down for extra bases. The ball had some spring on it, and it bounced over the wall, and the ground rule double.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. So here's Yoenis Cespedes as we begin the top of the 4th. Outfield shaded a bit to left center, the first pitch. Now Anderson right back after it here as he jumps ahead of the leadoff man. 0-1. Tried to crush that ball, and now perhaps needs to shorten up with 2 strikes. Ready with the 0-2.
Man, that's one of those. How could you not swing at that one? A good take there on that pitch.
Hot shot to third and handled for the first out. So with that, let's call on the guys in the graphics department to put up the pitch speed comparison for the 2 starters. And whoa, look at that for a top speed. 98 miles an hour. That man is flat dealing. Now Ramos with a swing and a deep drive to left. Gone into the home bullpen for a home run. So a solo shot here to left center field. 4th home run here in the early going. And the Mets open things up here. It's now 4-1.
Man, this has been a rough one for this guy so far. That's the 3rd homer he's allowed today. You better start keeping the ball down in the strike zone, or that total might continue to rise.
He'll hold off on the slider to start the at-bat. It's ball 1. Hit it hard, but lined out in his first at-bat. Perhaps a little low there. It's 2-0.
And this is why he's struggling right here. He's not able to pound the strike zone early in the count. These guys are finding themselves in serious count leverage situations, and good hitters aren't going to miss.
Over to Smoke at first, and there are 2 away.
Now batting, the shortstop.
And that'll bring in the former top prospect, Ahmed Rosario. Here's the first pitch to him. Here's a slider to start things out, looked at for ball 1. In tight with the sinker, ball 2. Rosario stands 6'2" as you see him in the right-handed box. He's in his 4th season as a major league player. Outside and low, 3-0.
I don't blame him for not coming over the heart of the plate. He circled this guy on the lineup card when he got to the yard today. He's been swinging one of the hotter bats in the game.
A 3-ball, 1-strike count to the Mets shortstop. Swing, line drive. That's going to be troubled. And this will get to the wall now, out near the Milwaukee bullpen. And he is into second with a 2-out double.
As a hitter, the only feeling better than hitting a bomb is driving one into the gap like that. He hustled out of the box knowing he was guaranteed a double, but I think he had thoughts of maybe a triple if the outfielder hadn't gotten it back in right away.
Yeah, there really wasn't any question about that one going for extra bases off the bat. Ground ball sent back up the middle. And this gets right through him, and that may be a run. Tack on another here as the runner scores from second.
The center fielder, number 9, Brandon Nimmo.
And here's the former first-round draft choice, Brandon Nimmo. 1 ball, no strikes to count. The 1-0 delivery. 1-1 to count. As a look, now the pitch. Lifted down the line in left. And the Mets just keep right on rolling as this is good for extra bases as well. Throw won't get him.
You'd think they'd stop pitching to this guy by now. He's been torching them all weekend, and he stays hot here with another extra base hit. They'll be happy when this series is over, so they don't have to deal with this dude anymore.
2 men on. 2 out, and set to stand in the fine second baseman Robinson Cano. And that changeup makes him jump, a swing and a miss.
Even though we're still in the early going, I think this game's at a tipping point right now. They've got a chance to put
a swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Meanwhile now this ball's trouble as it looks like it'll be good for extra bases. On to second, but he's in safely as 2 runs come across to score away from the play.
Well, maybe the tables have turned a bit. Earlier in the game, the pitcher had his way with him, but he wins the battle this time and in a big way. 2 runs on the board as the result.
Now the Brewers manager's up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And that's going to be the end now for Brett Anderson. So he'll exit here this afternoon to more than a handful of boos, I'm sure, after what can only be described as a terrible pitching performance. Into the box, Michael Conforto. As the first pitch here's a bit high, it's ball 1. Runner in scoring position with 2 gone. Well behind that fastball, it's a swinging strike. Conforto behind, a ball and 2 strikes.
This hitter right now looks overmatched with a fastball. I think you go right back to it.
And a half-hearted swing there as they tie him up inside for the 3rd strike. And that'll bring up Keston Hiura. He starts the inning, and Dan, they're down 6 in the early going, so what do they need to do to claw back into this thing?
Well, first of all, Matt, I think they need to start to get some base runners. It's hard to be patient when you're down by 6, but base runners are the key to getting back into this one.
And he just misses inside with the fastball there. Too far out in front that time. He can't keep it fair. 2-1.
This guy's been really on point so far, but it's not getting any easier. He has to get through 4, 5, and 6 right here.
Hit out towards second. And that's just past the grasp of Cano into center, a base hit.
The batter, the catcher, Omar Narvaez.
Stepping in now, Omar Narvaez. And it's fouled away. Narvaez, the former Seattle Mariner. He was acquired via trade last year.
Yeah, this guy's fully settled in with this ball club right now. Knows what the manager and coaching staff expect from him. Is not taken aback by anything. He's been through the spring training process and gotten to know everybody in this organization top to bottom.
On the ground for Cano, this could be 2. On to first, and they get the double play. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Avisail Garcia. He flew out in his last at-bat. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. Fastball just misses. That's ball one. The 1-1. Hit fairly well out towards straightaway center.
Waiting on it is Nimmo.
And that's the third out. Welcome back. Heidi Watney standing by as we get set for the top of the fifth.
Matt, during the break, I caught up with the Mets manager to discuss his thoughts on his club's offense so far. And flat out, he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. He said it's one of those games where everything has come together for his hitters. From their approach to their swings to the results. It's all working. One key indicator of that, 6 extra base hits to this point in the game.
All right, thanks, Heidi.
Action now in the Milwaukee bullpen as they'll have a right-hander loosen up.
And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
You never want to fall behind as a pitcher, but doing it to a guy like this is even worse. He's got to bear down and execute for the rest of this at-bat, starting right now.
Here it comes, the 3-0. Is swung on and missed, and that's strike one.
What I love right there is just the freedom in that hack. He ain't trying to do anything but hit the baseball as far as he can.
And a good eye here as he takes ball 4, and it's a base on balls to lead off the 5th inning. Digging in once again, Yoenis Cespedes comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier. From the belt, kicks and deals.
Ball 1, no strike.
Perfect time for a mound visit right here. Just give him a breather, a chance to collect himself and get back to work.
That's inside. 2-0.
Sometimes you got to be aggressive offensively, but sometimes you just let the pitcher dig his own grave. Patience and discipline seem to be the way to go right here.
2-1 after the foul ball there. Swung on and missed, and it's even at 2-2.
Threw that fastball right by him. He had no chance to get the barrel of that one.
That misses, and it's going to set up a big pitch now. 3-2. Wilson Ramos is on deck. And there he goes towards second. Tough curveball that time, but he's able to make a little contact to keep this at-bat going. 7 runs, 8 hits, and no errors on the Mets line score so far.
Runner!
He'll try it again from first. Is swung on and driven out to right center field. A ball that's well hit. Kane going back, and this ball is gone. No chance to make a play on that one. It's a 2-run shot here for Yoenis Cespedes. His second of the game as they've widened this lead to 8 now. And that'll bring up Wilson Ramos. Yes, he'll take a look at ball 1. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. 2 balls and no strikes to Ramos.
This inning really feels like it's getting away from him out there. As a reliever, you can't let that happen. Nothing you can do about what's already happened, and it's only going to get worse if you're not focusing on the guy in the batter's box.
Lifted in the air toward the line and right. And foul. Base is empty here with nobody out. Swing and a miss. Good pitch, and it's full now. 3-2. There's ball 4. Ready once again, J.D. Davis. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. Here comes the first pitch. The 0-1 pitch. Hit the other way out toward right field. Yelich is under it. He's got it 1 away.
The batter, number 1, shortstop Ahmed Rosario.
Trying to pick things up where we left off, Ahmed Rosario. 2 hits and 2 trips for him thus far. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. A little tardy there. No balls and a strike.
Hey, either this hitter needs a cup of coffee or he was sitting off speed right there.
Late decision to swing that time, and as a result, it's 0-2.
Go to that well one more time. He's been late on the first 2.
Swing and a miss. Looked like the knuckle curve there, and that's out number 2. So here's the Mets pitcher, Jacob deGrom. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. First pitch of the at-bat. Set to deliver the 0-1. Fastball well outside.
He's already walked 2 in this inning already. This guy just can't seem to find the strike zone.
The 1-1 misses above the zone for a ball.
I got 2 on the count.
2 out with the man at first. Popped high in the air. Sogard is there. And that's the 3rd out. But the Mets do strike for 2, both coming on this 2-run home run. Bottom of the 5th coming up. It's the Mets 9 and the Brewers 1. Back here in Milwaukee at Miller Park as we check in with Heidi Watney.
Well, Matt, during the break, I caught up with Craig Counsell, the Brewers skipper, about his lineup's performance so far. And one thing he stressed to me is the need for them to have more competitive at-bats the rest of the game. One example he brought is the number of at-bats that have gotten to a full count today. That number being 0. He said that stat alone shows that they're making it way too easy on the opposing pitching to get easy outs. So he's hoping to see a little more fight out of his hitters the rest of the way.
Thank you, Heidi.
For the Brewers,
Here's Eric Sogard. He'll try and do what he can to work toward cutting into this big deficit.
This one doesn't look good so far. Down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going. And the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning. Every pitcher loves to get quick outs, right? How about that? 1 pitch, 1 out, a pop-up to start the inning.
So 1 gone in the Milwaukee 5th. And in next, the switch-hitting power bat of Justin Smoke. First offering on its way. And he throws the fastball by him here. 0-1. Skied down the left field line. After it is Cespedes. And they can't run it down. And he fouls this one off. 1 run, 4 hits, and no errors on the Milwaukee line score so far. Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone.
One of the toughest pitches to hit, the straight changeup, right? El Cambio. Hadn't seen it in that entire at bat. And what happens? Gets the string pulled on him right there. Had no chance to put that ball in play.
And here's a called strike to the 36-year-old veteran. It's 0-1. And a liner foul into the seats down the right side. And it's 1-2.
Boy, that's a great take right there. He might have been frozen by that pitch, but it missed by just enough to give him life in this AB.
Swing and a little blooper to center. And that'll get down for a base hit. And Lorenzo Cain on deck loves to see that. It means he'll hit here as well.
the center fielder,
And in to hit next is Lorenzo Cain, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. A hit in 2 tries for him so far. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
Boy, this is one of those ABs you like to hit the rewind button on. Put himself in a tough spot now, hitting with 2 strikes.
And he'll go the short way to retire the side. So Ray Black gets the call to pitch here, and he'll try to sort this mess out. He's going to try to at least eat a couple of innings for his guys. First pitch fastball swung on and missed 0-1.
It's becoming more and more common in today's game to see relievers like this that can run it up there close to 100 miles per hour. But it's so fun to watch it. He blew it right by him there.
Black was born in the state of Pennsylvania. He was selected in the 7th round back in 2011.
I know this guy wouldn't go into the category of superstar, but to grind out the career he has being drafted where he was, my hat's off to him.
Hops this one up. Sogard into shallow center. He's there and records the first out.
The batter, number 24.
Leadoff man gone now for Robinson Cano. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. Kane is under it. 2 down.
The right fielder.
Now in the box, Michael Conforto. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Garcia has a read on it, and the inning is over. So stepping in, Brock Holt. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. Lifted the other way to left center. After it is Cespedes. He's there and records the first out.
Now batting, right fielder.
Now to the plate, Christian Yelich. It was a flyout for him in his last trip.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
Waiting on it is Nimmo, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning.
Now batting, second baseman.
Ready for another shot now. Keston Hiura. He singled his last time up. In there, strike 1. And Dan, that's a pretty good example of why he's such a great pitcher.
Yeah, stuff. Stuff is obviously the important key to being dominant on the mound, but it doesn't mean a whole lot if you don't have outstanding control to go along with it. But he does, and he really spotted that pitch.
Fouled off. The 1-2 is looked at for ball number 2. Grounded to third. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. All set for the start of the inning. Stepping in, Pete Alonso. Here comes the first pitch. High and deep to left. This one's got plenty of distance. Gone to lead off the inning. A solo shot here to left. His second home run of the game as they've pushed this lead up to 9 now. Fans are getting plenty of souvenirs today. That's the 5th ball we've seen clear the fence by just this one lineup alone.
Yeah, Matty B. How about this, D-Row? If you come to watch offense, you've picked the right game to come and see.
5 bombs from one team. Everybody in the lineup. They're making fun right now of the guys who don't have a homer in this one.
Yoenis Cespedes will stand in again as he looks for home run number 3 in the ball game as we flash you back here to his second home run. This was back in the 5th inning as he has the long ball working in his first few at-bats. The 2-0 on the way. 3-0 now. Wilson Ramos will be next. 3-1 to the Mets left fielder. No outs, nobody on. Just behind the fastball there, 2 strikes now.
That's just too much velocity upstairs to get good wood on it. It's going to have to lower his sights.
Swing and a miss, and they'll come all the way back from 3-0 to punch him out. 1 away.
The catcher, number 40.
Next up for New York, Wilson Ramos. A hit in 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. Digging in to try it again, J.D. Davis. 1 in, 1 out, and 1 on here in the inning. Swung on and missed for the first strike.
It's not easy to get your barrel to a pitch that high. That can be an effective location as long as he keeps it above the letters.
And this is popped fouled off to the right and back into the seats. Holt for one. On to Smoke in time for an inning-ending double play.
Ladies and gentlemen,
but the Mets are able to tack on one thanks to the solo homer. Get up and... So... digging in now, Omar Narvaez comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one. Hey, there's an old saying in baseball, you need to take a strike in this spot. Well, he got one there. Now he just needs to find a way to get on.
Behind 0-2 now. 0-2 count and the pitch.
One ball.
That's a great take right there. Great pitch recognition to let that one go. Opposite-handed, that's coming across the plate. You might think you got a shot to stay inside that one.
The count is 2-2 to the Brewers catcher. Hangs on him a bit that time as it's belted out toward deep center field. A leap at the wall, but forget it. It's gone. A home run. This one has turned into a slugfest of Ruthian proportions. 7 combined big flies. You guys remember seeing anything like that in a while?
Yeah, Matty V. One of the things you look for when you come to a Brewers game at Miller Park, you want to see Bernie Brewer.
Here's a fly ball, well hit. Hooking up is Nimmo. And it's gone into the home bullpen. At the plate, Eric Sogard. A ball and no strikes. No hits to this point. And this one's over for a high strike, 1-1.
Very rarely does a pitcher like this leave one in a location like that. That's a pitch right there he'd like to have back. He'd love to swing at that one again.
2 balls and a strike now. The 2-1 home. Out in front as this is pulled foul into the seats. Here now the 2-2. Is at the knees and called strike 3.
Flat out locked him up with a changeup right there. Usually you're trying for a swing and miss when you throw that pitch in a 2-strike count, but clearly he wasn't looking for it, so it's a backwards K for him.
Fouled away. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2. Still only 1 out in the inning. And here's a changeup in there for a called 3rd strike, and that's the 2nd out of the inning. Ben Gamble will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher. Pretty clear he didn't like the call there on the outside part of the plate, but probably too good to take, and he's down on strikes for the 2nd time.
Yeah, that pitch was right on the black. Beautiful pitch. And even if we had robot umps, he'd still be out. But the only difference would be he wouldn't be able to complain about it.
A ball and 2 strikes.
1 ball, 2 strikes, the count.
Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. So 2 runs come across here, both coming via the solo home run. 8th inning coming up. Brent Suter enters now in a mop-up role as he'll try to keep the deficit right where it is. Here's the first pitch to him. Oh, had him chopping at that one. It's 0-1. As we near the end of this one, I think it's safe to say that the story of the game has undoubtedly been the long ball. Guys, what do you think about what we've... Oh, and he can't come up with it. And a bit of a high throw that time, but no problem over there at first as they record the out.
Up next for the Mets, the pitcher.
Now to the plate, the pitcher, Jacob deGrom. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. And that misses for ball 1. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Kane on the move. He gets there and makes the play for the 2nd out of the inning. And look there at the starter comparison, telling the story of the ball game. One guy still going and pitching well. The other one long since departed for the showers. First delivery to him on the way. Hit in the air out to right. Yelich is under it. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Mets go down 1-2-3. They still lead by 7. So the batting order turns over now and set to go Lorenzo Cain. He'll get things started now in the bottom of inning number 8. And he gets him to pop it up on the right side of the infield. And this is taken in for out number 1.
Up next for Milwaukee.
Now at the plate, Brock Holt. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. And this misses outside and a bit high. 1 ball, no strikes. As mentioned early in the broadcast, this series finale had the potential to result in a series sweep, and at this point in the game, it's looking rather promising.
Hey, Matty V, Yogi Berra had a great saying, it ain't over till it's over. Well, this one's just about over with the team playing as well as they are and leading by as much as they are. This one is pretty much in the books.
And here's Christian Yelich now.
Well, he was definitely not looking off speed on that pitch. I'll tell you, he had to be sitting on a fastball.
As he arrives at second without a play, as a run will score on the play as well.
He was not.
And now time is called, and the reliever is warm out there. Now here comes the Mets skipper on his way toward the mound. And he's going to motion for the bullpen, as that'll be all for his starter this afternoon. So he was able to only get that first out in the 8th, but nonetheless he'll depart with the lead. Michael Wacha will come on out of the bullpen as he'll be appearing in his 3rd game this season. In now, Keston Hiura. And he's a bit tardy there on the first pitch fastball. It's 0-1. And it certainly would be a big morale boost to a team if they're able to complete a sweep like this one on the road in hostile territory.
They might even change their nickname for this team to the Road Warriors. A sweep is looking pretty good as they're leading this one again late in the ballgame.
The 1-2. Hit high and deep out to straightaway left. Cespedes going back on the warning track. He makes the catch.
Now batting, catcher.
Digging in, Omar Narvaez. He comes in 2 for 3 with a couple of home runs thus far on his line. And he'll take strike 1 on the fastball, registering at 93 that time. And he pulled up in time, but it's a called strike 2. 2 out here and a runner at second. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Pulled the string on him that time, and the inning is over. Brewers get a run on the RBI. At the plate, Jed Lowry. He'll start things off in the top of the 9th as they look for a little insurance. Here comes the first pitch. And we kick off the 9th inning with a swinging strike here. 0-1. To the left side, but it's well foul. Now the pitch. And a swing and a miss at the curveball. A great pitch call there, and that's the first out here in the 9th. Striding into the box, Michael Conforto. 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ballgame. Early swing there as he pulls it foul to the right side. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. A great job of changing speeds there. It's 0-2. This is flared right back over the mound. Over to Smoke at first, and there are 2 away. Up next, the power bat of Pete Alonso. It was a solo shot for him in his last at-bat. Now here's the pitch.
Ball one, no strike.
The 1-0. Popped up. Smoke is there, and the side is retired. So here is Avisail Garcia.
Yeah, that last at-bat, Daddy, he turned that fastball around. He didn't hit it a ton. He didn't hit it a country mile, but hey, listen, a home run is a home run.
Nimmo is there, and that's not the start to the bottom of the ninth this crowd was hoping for. One away.
Now batter.
Digging in now for the Brewers, Eric Sogard. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
Yeah, and they froze him on a good changeup. Tough one. If you got good arm action, and this pitcher certainly does have good arm action out there, tough to decipher between the fastball and changeup. He's got to be willing to stay back and take the ball the other way.
So the switch hitter Justin Smoke steps up. 0-1 the count. One and one the count to the Brewers' first baseman. Runners on first with one down. And it's fouled away. Shin high. That's taken for a ball. Back up the middle. And there's his first base hit in this one.
There's a hard hit ground ball. Pitcher not able to get a glove on it. Hard single up the middle.
Yeah, watch your lips right there, Dan. Sent it back right where it came from.
Tyrone Taylor will get the call to pinch hit here, and he'll find he has a couple of runners aboard with only one out in the inning. There's one on to first, and he rolls a double play ball to end it here as this ball game is over.
Man, they're making it look awful easy out there. That's 9 wins in a row. That's right, 9 wins in a row. And by the way they're playing, I see no reason why this streak is going to end anytime soon. They're just playing great baseball.
10-4 the final in this game. The New York Mets jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Jacob deGrom with his 4th win this season. Brett Anderson allowed 7 earned runs to cross the plate in the losing effort. So that just about We are under the lights as the show gets you ready for another edition of Major League Baseball. A good matchup here for you tonight between the Atlanta Braves and the New York Mets. The Mets find themselves on an impressive 9-game winning streak. They'll try to push it into... So up steps Ozzie Albies, and we are set for baseball here this evening.
Tonight for Atlanta, the second baseman.
First pitch of the at-bat. First of 4 here on this Monday night as the first pitch of the game is over for strike one. Fellas, these Mets, as they enter play here tonight, they've been pretty much unstoppable the last couple of weeks or so. Winners of 9 straight ball games.
Matty, you have a chance to win 9 ball games in a row. All you're thinking about, first off, everything's going right. All facets of the game are coming together. Team is playing exceptionally well right now. But your eyes on that double digits. There's very few teams that rattle off a double-digit win streak throughout the course of the year. They have that opportunity today.
Pulled toward right center field. Cano calls for it. Makes the play, 1 away.
Batting second, the right fielder.
Coming to the plate now, Nick Markakis. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Now here's the pitch. One out, nobody on. Smoked on the ground up the middle. And a diving attempt there by Cano, but he can't pull it in. A base hit.
Yeah, he's going to have to work that sinker down in the zone. That's his bread and butter pitch, and if he's going to leave that belt high, that's going to spell disaster.
So next up will be Freddie Freeman, as he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. Really starting to pour now, and the forecast is not showing any signs of a break in the weather.
Total agreement, Matt, in particular that pitcher's mound. You know, one of the things you have to really be careful, not just for the position players, but that mound gets awfully slippery and awfully wet when it becomes moist like it is right now. So the umpires are going to have to really pay attention to the conditions on the field.
And here's Ronald Acuna Jr. now. He was one of the stars from yesterday's game as he had 3 hits in the victory. 4-1.
Count 1-0.
Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. And he looks at one in there, 1-2. Now a fastball swung on and missed, and that is out number 3. Braves strand 1. It's the Braves 0. Mets coming to bat. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. At the plate, Brandon Nimmo. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Broken bat as this ball's hit on the ground. Scooped up. And the off-balance throw gets him. Nice play for the out.
Batting second, the second baseman, Robinson.
So Robinson Cano will grab a bat next. He was 1 for 4 with a 2-bagger in yesterday's game. And the first pitch here is below the knees, but he gets him to chase it, and it's 0-1. Well, boys, these Braves, as they take the field here tonight, they've been in a nice little groove, winning 3 of their last 4 games.
Yeah, Matty, I've been really impressed with this team, especially on the recent road trip to start to it. They're 3-1 after 4 games, playing really fundamentally sound baseball. From offense to defense, pitching, it's all coming together for this group.
Line towards center field. And Cano, don't you know, is going to reach. It's a base hit.
Hey, the leadoff man wasn't able to do his job, but the number 2 hitter came through right there with the single, setting the table for the big boys.
Andres Gimenez the next to bat. No balls and 1 strike. Man at first for him following the 1-out single. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Cano leads off first with 1 away. A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2.
Hey, he threw that pitch with a purpose to get a double play. Good job to let it go by, though, as a hitter.
Now a swing and a ball popped in the air back behind short. Culberson backs up and takes care of it. 2 away. So here's Pete Alonso, his career line with Fultonavich. He's 1 for 5. First pitch coming. Here it is.
1-0.
And a fastball to start things out here. Not close. It's a ball and no strikes. A ball and a strike to the Mets first baseman.
You know, on a cold night like this, I think you're going to see him continue to elevate pitches and let these guys just fly out to the warning track.
Oh, they have him looking awfully confused up there right now. It's 1-2.
Real ugly 0-1 swing there as a pitcher.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3. And that. As we begin the second in New York, here's Heidi Watney with an update on the weather conditions.
Well, Matt, these conditions aren't really ideal for baseball right now, but I am hearing that they're expected to improve as the game progresses. The grounds crew told me between innings that the field's in good shape. They're going to continue to work on keeping it dry, but we should be in for more favorable weather later in the game.
Heidi, thanks. And Dero, I'll send this one to you. As an infielder, these are games that can really challenge a player.
At times, you have to stay focused, though. For me, a little dampness, a little rain, a little weather coming through might actually do the infield dirt a little good. Some guys like to keep it bone dry. I like it a little wet. Ball stays down.
Behind 0-2 now. 0-2 count and the pitch. And they really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out.
Really good pitch right there. So you're moving the ball all around the strike zone. And then what do? You come in. That's a hard pitch for any hitter to do anything with. Just really makes it difficult to get that bat head out.
Tyler Flowers comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1. The windup and the 0-1. No score here as we play inning number 2. A ball and 2 strikes, the count to Tyler Flowers.
1-2.
Stone cold take right there. That fastball very well could have sent him packing back to the bench.
2 balls and 2 strikes now to the Braves catcher. High in the air out towards shallow right. Parker will drift over to his left a few steps as he takes it for the second out. The next to bat for Atlanta, Charlie Culberson, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Now a fastball on the inside corner, and he takes a look at strike 1.
Great job by the pitcher right there, changing eye levels. We all know he's a sinker ball pitcher, but if he could throw some four-seamers up in the zone like that, it could work for him.
Culberson, a native of Georgia, who was selected in the first round back in the draft of 2007.
Yeah, he has turned him.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. Braves are set down 1-2-3. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Here's the left fielder, Yoenis Cespedes. In yesterday's ball game, he launched a couple over the wall, so we'll see if he's got some more thump in that bat here in this one. Oh, he chased a bad pitch that time. It's strike 1. Skied into straightaway right. On the move is Markakis. He gets there to make the play for the first out of the inning.
Batting fifth, the third baseman.
So the base is empty here with 1 away. And up next, the switch-hitting Stanford product, Jed Lowry. This one's outside, quite a bit off the plate that time. Fastball was too much for him there, swung right through it. Bottom of the second here with no score. Oh, right back to him on the mound. And he'll just flip this on to first for the second out of the inning. Stepping up now, Jarrett Parker trying to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Swing and a line drive. And that'll get down for a 2-out single.
Boy, after that base knock right there, D-Roll, he extends his hitting streak to 7 games.
Yeah, and you can tell he's made some necessary adjustments at the plate. Anytime you're getting a knock every day of the week, you're doing things right. He's keeping that front shoulder tucked, staying inside the ball, not trying to do too much.
And Markakis will make the catch in the top of the third set to get underway. Standing in, Austin Riley. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. Just able to get a piece of that for strike 1. The windup and the 0-1. Swing and a miss as he starts the third the same way he ended the second, with a punch out, 1 away.
Pretty textbook pitching right there. Jump ahead in the count 0-2 and then start working outside the zone. Easier said than done, but that's the way to do it.
Into the box now, Mike Foltynewicz, as he lifts it in the air to right field. Here comes the right fielder. He gets there, and that's the second out.
The batter, number 1.
Stepping in for the Braves, Ozzie Albies, last year's recipient of the Silver Slugger Award for NL second baseman. There's the fastball that gets the lower part of the zone, called for a strike.
It's been more than 2 innings since this guy's allowed anyone to reach base. He looks pretty unbeatable on the bump right now.
That ball's foul.
Breaking ball that time that misses out of the zone.
Hey, struggling to find the release point of that curveball. That wasn't a very good one. Somehow he's just got to find that feel, because that's a pitch he's going to need going forward.
And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. After it is Cespedes. He's there to make the play, and that'll retire the side. Down in order go the Braves. Home half of the third coming up. In now, Noah Syndergaard, as we move on to the bottom of inning number 3.
No pitcher.
No balls and a strike to count. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And this is drifting foul back into the stands. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. He didn't even come close to contact on a ball way out of the zone. 1 out. Next for the Mets, Brandon Nimmo. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. And they start him out with a slider. Good spot, but he doesn't get the call. 1-0.
Well, that backdoor breaking ball just missed right there. It's a very effective pitch. If you can hit the outside corner of that pitch, it's unhittable.
2 balls and no strikes to the Mets center fielder. Too tight with that one. 3-0. On deck, the lefty Robinson Cano. And a fastball misses there. Ball 4. Into the box now, Robinson Cano. A base hit in his first trip.
Second baseman, Robinson Cano.
From the stretch, here's the pitch.
1-0.
Bottom of inning number 3, 0-0 our score. 2 balls and no strikes to Robinson Cano here.
Non-competitive pitch right there, runs the count to 2-0, and he is ready to do some damage in the box.
The count now at 2-1. 3-1 now, and I think he wanted to know where that one was.
No reason to sit on anything other than the hard stuff in the location you like and drive it right now.
Perhaps sensing he's going to look to first, and the runner back easily. He's running. Line hard to center field. Acuna makes the catch, and now they might be able to double them off at first. Now a throw behind the runner, and it's in time to get him. And that, folks, is the danger of the hit and run. Riding in once again, Nick Markakis. He'll start things out against Noah Syndergaard as this inning is underway. Up and away to start the inning. It's 1-0. Lifted the other way to left center. Waiting on it is Nimmo. 1 out.
The first baseman, number 5, Freddie Freeman.
So the bases are empty with one man gone, and that brings in Freddie Freeman. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Hit hard on the ground to short, and a base hit as that's into left, and they've got themselves a base runner.
Boy, Dero, the game of baseball has changed. There's so much velocity in the game. That was a 96-mile-an-hour fastball that he smoked the other way.
Yeah, you have to keep your front shoulder tucked right there. You have to honor. When a guy's throwing that hard, 96 miles an hour, you have to honor that fastball and try and work it the other way to keep you on the off speed.
He's 0 for 1 thus far. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. High fly ball out to straightaway center.
Waiting on it is Nimmo.
2 down. So with the fly out there coming on the fastball, seems like an appropriate time to check out our pitch speed comparison for these two starters. And boy, which of those two numbers leap out at you there? How about the 100? My goodness. First pitch fastball in on the fists for ball one. And this is pop foul, but perhaps playable behind first. But this will land untouched. Both teams with just 2 hits apiece thus far. On the ground to the right side. Throw on to second for the force, and the side is retired. 1 hit, 1 left. To the bottom of inning number 4 we go. And we are tied 0-0. Ready for another chance? Andres Jimenez. So far 0 for 1 with a flyout.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now. One of these two teams would be able to get some base runners on and get him in, but that hasn't been the case. This guy's been throwing the ball great so far, but he's going to be tested here. 4, 5, and 6 coming up this part of the lineup.
Behind 0-2 now. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. The next 0-2 misses, and that'll move it to 1-2 now.
Hey, textbook waste pitch right there. Does he go elevated fastball again or something slow below the zone?
And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning.
Anytime you get rookies just breaking into the big leagues, you have to expect a certain amount of this. There aren't any easy at-bats at this level, and you really have to learn how to slow the game down in your head because everything feels like it's so much faster up here.
Up next, the power bat of Pete Alonso. As he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. Comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. A lot of movement that time. It's 0-2.
Hey, this guy's so aggressive, I don't think this pitch is anywhere near the zone.
Oh, and he struck him out as well, so he's carving right through the heart of this lineup as there are 2 away now.
That's his second strikeout of the game. I wouldn't be surprised if a coach finds him in the dugout and gives him a little talk about shortening up and putting the ball in play. Good things tend to happen when you do that in these kinds of conditions.
So here's Yoenis Cespedes as he'll look at a fastball too high for ball 1. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. The 1-0. Popped him up. Freeman in foul ground, and the inning is over. So they breeze through this half of the inning. We played 4 full, and we are tied 0-0. Welcome back to Flushing, Queens. Before we get back to baseball, let's check in with Heidi.
Matt, I had a chance to discuss the Braves' offense with their manager, Brian Snitker, during the commercial break. And one thing he mentioned to me was the lack of discipline he's seeing out of their at-bats right now. He said their pitch selection has been the main reason for their struggles today, as far too often they've been swinging at pitches outside the strike zone. That's leading to a lot of soft contact and easy outs. So the focus going forward is on shrinking the zone and forcing the opposing pitching to throw more strikes.
Leading off for the Braves.
Okay, thank you, Heidi.
Tyler Flowers.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Hit hard towards center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. So there'll be a man aboard here to start out their half of the fifth.
Dan, that can't bother you too much as a pitcher. Guy swinging first pitch.
No, one of the things you want to do, D-Rose, you have to try to get ahead with the first pitch. You want to throw one of the first two pitches for strikes. Unfortunately, sometimes when you bring the ball in the strike zone, you're bound to give up some base hits, but hopefully he can minimize the damage here.
Here's a sinker to start him out, but he wouldn't bite. It's ball one. Looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. The 1-1. Grounder down the line at third. But this will get foul. It's a ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2.
That's a ball.
Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. The 2-2 one more time is looked at, and the count moves full. Good battle here. This will be the 7th pitch coming up. Swing and a liner. In there, a base hit.
Hey, 2 runners on after back-to-back singles right there. They are in prime position to put the first run on the board right here.
Austin Riley.
At the plate now, Austin Riley. And that misses ball one.
Well, they've yet to hang a number on the scoreboard, but it looks like they've got a great opportunity from the breakthrough. Going to be pretty demoralizing if they can't.
One and two.
He hasn't thrown that pitch much all game. I got to believe as an offense, you just got to throw that pitch away and move on to the next one.
Right side, hit hard. And that's through into right field for a base hit. And they're content to play station to station here as the bases are loaded now with still nobody out.
Boy, Dero, we're looking at a big inning right here with that single. Bases are loaded, yet no runs have scored in this inning.
Yeah, and that's exactly what that pitcher wants you to think. You have to eliminate the noise, Dan. Just try and drive in the guy from third base. Don't put pressure on yourself that you have to get everyone in with one swing of the bat. Pass the baton and keep the line moving.
To the plate now, Mike Foltynewicz. Jimenez stay with it as he backs up and puts it away. One gone.
I can tell you from experience, bases loaded, nobody out, and you get an infield pop-up, that feels just as good as a strikeout. And now he's just a double play ball away from getting out of this mess.
And that'll bring in the former top prospect, Ozzie Albies. He started out the evening 0 for 2 so far. And when in doubt, he'll just step off and bluff that runner back to third. Here's the first pitch to him. No runs, 5 hits, and no errors so far for Atlanta. Got him to go after that one, and he's in a quick hold, 0-2.
Hey, I can understand this batter's frustration right here. He's trying to be aggressive and get something going for his team. They are getting shut out in the 5th inning, but that's exactly why they're getting shut out. You need to keyhole and stay on the attack and make this pitcher come in the middle of the plate.
Long run for the right fielder. He's there to make the catch, and here comes the runner from third, as this should get him on the board. And he will score on the sacrifice fly as he's in with our first tally of the ball game.
Now this has pretty much been a pitcher's duel so far, so any way you can score a run, in a sac fly right there brings home the first run of the game here in the middle innings.
2 gone now in the Atlanta half of the 5th, and standing in the powerful right fielder Nick Markakis. Looking to keep this a 1-run game. The pitch. Line hard. Comes set. The 0-1. Outside for a ball, 1-1. 1 run, 5 hits, and no errors so far for Atlanta. Count is 1-2 now.
Lucky he got a piece right there. He was definitely late on that pitch after seeing a previous off-speed pitch.
And another foul ball.
Yeah, you could tell he was ready for another fastball, but the pitcher went to breaking ball, and the hitter just fouls that one off.
Pulled toward right center field. Right fielder giving chase, but it's the center fielder who gets there. And the inning is over. Braves will settle for just the 1. Home half of the 5th coming up. The Braves lead it. Well, welcome back for the bottom of the 5th. Here's Heidi Watney.
Matt, during the break, I caught up with the Mets manager to discuss his thoughts on his club's offense so far, and he told me he's pretty unhappy with their discipline at the plate in this one. He said that they're playing right into the pitcher's game plan today by expanding the strike zone way too often. Instead of swinging at pitches in the strike zone that they can do something with, they're often chasing at pitches out of the zone, which is resulting in a lot of their outs. Going forward, they have to start being more selective, guys.
Thank you, Heidi. Here's Jed Lowry now. He'll start things out here in the home 5th, and it's been tough sledding for this lineup through the first half of the game.
Yeah, they haven't had any momentum going to the plate so far in this one, Matt. They need something to break their way and wake them up a bit.
Be nice to get these fans involved at some point as well. 0-2 the count to Jed Lowry.
Classic case of the front shoulder flying open on that off speed. Needs to stay compact and stay in the big part of the field.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And Lowry swings and misses, and he's down on strikes for route number 1.
That's not an at-bat he or his hitting coach are going to be happy with at all. It's bad enough to go down on 3 pitches, but none of them were even in the strike zone. That's a bad look.
Into the box, Jarrett Parker, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. Hit down the third baseline, but a foul ball, 1-1. And the pitch.
That's ball 2. I got 2-1 to count. Oh, that's out.
He loses him on ball 4.
The batter, the catcher,
Digging in for his second at-bat, Rene Rivera flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. The set and the pitch. Starts him with a good rising fastball there for strike one.
That was a pretty good fastball after he walked the hitter previous. There was a little angry on that heater.
Nope.
Awfully close with the slider there, but it's 1-1. And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. Two and two to the Mets catcher.
Hey, I don't blame him for giving up on that curveball. That was a rainbow coming out of the sky. Stole a strike.
Grounded back up the middle. Fielded cleanly. One there. Relay to first in time. And just like that, this side is retired. Both teams battling the elements thus far, but we've got a tight game through 5. Back with more Monday Night Baseball following this. New inning set to get underway. Stepping into the box, Freddie Freeman. He's 1 for 2 in this one.
Number 5, Freddie Freeman.
First pitch on its way.
He may be down 2-0 after those first 2 pitches in this AB, but those are pitches he can feel pretty good about. They did miss by a whole lot, so it's not like he's all over the place.